Hi everybody, Jake from GSB checking in, recording this message today after the Harvest Days Sumo Open. As you probably found out, we had some issues with our internet equipment, which meant we couldn't stream the event live. I apologize to you guys who wanted to watch live today, but I hope you'll still enjoy the action. As a brief overview of the day, we had 23 competitors sign up for our open weight tournament. The first section was a partial round robin. Our wrestlers were assigned matchups at random, and we went through as many rounds as we had time for. In the mid-afternoon, we took a break to give the competitors a breather, and during that time, we used the results of the round robin to determine the seeds for our main event, the tournament finals. The finals was a double elimination tournament for all those that were still able and willing to compete after battling throughout the day. Please see the description below for timestamps to get to each section, and enjoy the sumo.
We are ready to go. The first match is going to be Stan versus Brandon Keeper.
Stan Kokel on the east side, Brandon Keeper on the west. On deck, Javier De La Torre on the east side, Danny Acosta on the west side.
You called them after that as well.
Yeah, I call on deck.
Okay.
Hey, George?
Yeah, sure.
Camera. There you go.
Sure.
Okay. Make sure it's tied up. Come on. Oh. All right, Stan is your winner. Next match on the east side, Javier De La Torre. On the west side, Danny Acosta.
Let's go, Javi.
Correct. You are on that side. On deck, we have Mike Bretz on the west side, Danny Avila on the east side. Winner is Javier De La Torre.
Hey, really quick, everyone. So we have these orange cones behind us. There's going to be cars coming back and forth because the booths are being setting up. Please make sure you're staying on this side of the orange cones. And if you see anyone not on this side of the orange cones, tell them that they're risking their lives doing that.
Judges, I just want to confirm real quick, that was Javier on this side that won. Judges, that was Javier on this side that won? Correct, thank you. Okay, so our next match here we have Mike Bretz on.
Wait, I won.
Sorry, just a moment.
Javier did not win that one.
The judges told me that Javier won that one.
Hold on. I'm head judge on this.
All right, so when the judges need to discuss a call, if they're unsure, they gather in the middle, talk it through. All right, guys, if you're watching this now, we are no longer live due to internet issues, but we are recording this, and I hope that you are still enjoying the show, even if it's later than intended. But yeah, we are just getting into the rhythm of our Harvest Days Sumo Open. I'll be doing commentary when I can, but here we go. But I appreciate everyone who has tuned in late. Again, sorry for our internet issues. It is out in the middle of a city park, so that's what we're having some trouble with.
Try to never ever go in front of this guy. This is our cameraman. Cameraman Cam.
Nice to meet you.
This is our cameraman.
Hey, sorry. What did they call me? You redo a match?
Tori Naoshi.
Okay, so the judges have called it Tori
Naoshi.
So basically what happened there, so you guys know, is it was extremely close. You got picked up, and there was a step out. There's a rule where if you're in complete control of someone, you step out, then the person carrying them out wins. That was close enough that the judges have decided that match should be replayed. So we're going to get you guys both back here real quick and redo that match.
All right, again, so we have Danny Acosta on the west side, Javier De La Torre on the east side. On deck, Mike Bretz on the west, Danny Avila on the east.
Hey, thank you for coming. Oh, bro. Yeah. Go, boys. Go, boys. Stay in there. Circle out, bro. There you go. Circle out, bro. There it is.
All right, the rematch is won by Danny. Next up, we have Mike Bretz. Other side, Mike. Sorry, guys. Mike is on the west. Danny, you're on the east. Danny, if you could swap out that green one for a red one when you get there. Sorry about the mix-up there. On deck, on the west side, we have Logan Nelson, and on the east, we have Brandon Nielsen. And yeah, for the wrestlers, the left is the west side, the right is the east side today. East is red, west is green. And the winner is Danny. Next up, we have Logan Nelson on the west, Brandon Nielsen on the east. On deck will be Sawyer Waller on the west side and Brandon Braithwaite on the east side. So Logan on the left is from Wyoming, along with Sawyer, who's coming up in our next match. Those guys are both new from the Wyoming club. On the right, on the east side, we have Brandon Nielsen out of Rain City Sumo.
There you go. Perfect. I can imagine my fingers slipping in there.
Head position. Nice.
Winner is Brandon Nielsen. Next match, on the west side, Sawyer Waller. On the east side, Brandon Braithwaite.
We're going to do a slight pause to move that tent back just
And then after that match, we're going to take a quick pause to readjust the tent. But on deck, I also need Ryan White and Jared Genera to be ready.
Go, Sawyer.
I'm not jumping. You're Jake Hill.
And the winner is Brandon. All right, so quick equipment pause. George, you want to help us out and move that?
I'm going to try.
Oh, okay. Sawyer, and can I get one more volunteer over there to help move that canopy backwards a few feet? We just need to clear a little extra space for the wrestlers.
The one on the end?
No, this one right here.
Just this one here by the west side. The next match, so you guys can get ready, we have Ryan White on the west side, Jared Genera on the east. On deck is Matt Shields on the west and Jake Hill on the east. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Ryan White on the left is out of New Jersey, unaffiliated, but he is one of the guys in our USSF leadership. On the right is one of the local Salt Lake City guys, Jared, making his debut.
There you go, Ryan.
Good, Ryan.
And the winner is Ryan. Next up on the west side, Matt Shields. On the east, Jake Hill. On deck, we have Rob McConkey and Justin Kostalecki.
Just a little bit about the wrestlers coming up. Jake is actually from Utah. He's part of the Salt City Sumo Club. And Matt is from Chicago, Illinois. He's one of the more veteran wrestlers here, so this is going to be a great match.
Just want to make sure that you got a good warm-up to start. Yeah.
Oh, hey, good. It worked. Okay. That's the crazy thing.
Other than the internet thing, but I let people know in the chat that this will be uploaded later.
Well, Matt,
For those of you that are watching later, again, thank you. Sorry about our equipment failures.
Watch out, leg.
All right, so the judge declares Jake the winner, but it looks like the judges want to discuss that one. Good time. Again, when the match is too close for the head referee to know for sure, the judges around the outside will gather around and they'll all discuss what they think happened. All right, and Jake is declared the winner. Okay, next up on the west side is Rob McConkey. On the east, Justin Kostelecki. On deck, we have Kyle Ferreter versus Ethan Swap. Both of these guys are from the local Salt City Sumo Club. Rob is a martial arts hobbyist. He's tried out a whole bunch of stuff. And Justin is actually a part-time blacksmith. Part of the reason that he is known for having the strongest grip in the club. Oh, match is over. And Rob is the winner. Next up, we have Kyle Ferreter on the west side, Ethan Swamp on the east. On deck, we'll have Angel De La Torre on the west and Ian DeJesus on the east. Kyle's a former national champion out of Colorado. Ethan is another new local guy giving sumo a try. Ooh. Takes him right down. And the winner is Ethan, but the judges want to talk about that real quick. False start, we're going to take that one again? All right.
Not disrespect. There's like no cards kind of thing. Huh? Yes.
All right, and Kyle is the winner. Next up, Angel De La Torre on the west side, Ian DeJesus on the east. On deck, we have Gilberto De La Torre on the west side versus Cornelius Booker on the east. And we are joined by Ryan White. Yeah, you didn't know we were live here, did you? Well, we're not live, but we're recording. We're picking up from the laptop mic, so if you got trash talk, now's your time.
Why would I trash talk any of my competitors? I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're all friends except for the 8 seconds we're in the ring.
Pretty close. I don't know if he can step down or not. Let's see if the ref thinks. Winner is Angel De La Torre.
One thing about Angel is he's also one of the best in the country as well. He's at the international level and it's just stuff.
Next up, Gilberto De La Torre on the west, Cornelius Booker on the east. On deck will be Brandon Keever on the west and Nick West on the east.
Both of these guys also have to be at the international level. They are both some of the best America has to offer. Now, you might notice there's a slight size difference, but Cornelius, that does not matter. He has beaten every guy. Check over.
the winner is Gilberto. Next up, we have Brandon Keever on the west side and Nick West on the east side. On deck, Danny Acosta has a bye for the second round. So the next match will be Mike Bretz on the west side versus Stan Kokel on the east.
Stan's the start of the new round.
We're now in round 2. This is the first match of round 2. Do we want to rotate? Let's rotate after this match.
I can't believe I took that.
Alright, so this is being run as a partial round robin. We're doing a round robin until time runs out. So this is the beginning of the second round. We have 23 wrestlers, which means we have 11 matches and 1 bye per round. We'll just go until we are out of time. And Nick is the winner. All right, so now that we are in the second round of our round robin, I believe it's time for our judges to take a rotation. Our next matchup will be Mike Bretz on the west side, Stan Kokel on the east side.
While the judges rotate, I just want to remind you guys 2 things. First, make sure you stay on this side of the orange cones. We want to make sure you guys are being safe. Second is we are doing a vote for favorite wrestler. If you find a match you really like the wrestler, just come up real quick, grab a card, write your name down, and put it in that glass jar. And the winner of favorite wrestler gets $50 and a trophy.
Match after this one is going to be Logan Nelson versus Javier De La Torre. And the winner is Mike. Next up, we have Logan Nelson on the west side versus Javier De La Torre on the east. On deck will be Sawyer Waller versus Danny Avila.
Go, bro. Get in there, bro. Get in there. Get the mic, bro.
Winner is Logan Nelson. Judges want to talk about that one, so just a moment. Wrestlers stay near. Just so that we have our wrestlers ready, next up will be Sawyer Waller on the west versus Danny Avila on the east.
There we go.
Decision reversed. Javier is your winner. Okay, so we have Sawyer versus Danny. On deck, we have Ryan White on the west and Brandon Nielsen on the east. please scoot over towards the end of the table here. We want to make sure the camera can see everything. Thank you. Oh, Danny goes for the lift. And the winner is Danny Avila.
Hey, can we get another cheer for Danny for that one? That was beautiful.
Okay, our next matchup on the west side, Ryan White. On the east, Brandon Nielsen. On deck, we have Matt Shields on the west and Brandon Braithwaite on the east.
Justin, I need your help.
Yes!
I'm the problem child. Keep walking from the line.
What time did you want to take a break?
What time is it now?
We're at 11:40.
I just keep going. I think
We're going to like 12:30 maybe. If we're like another about as long as we've been going.
All right, come on, right.
And the winner is Brandon. Next matchup, we have Matt Shields on the west versus Brandon Braithwaite on the east. On deck is going to be Rob McConkey versus Jared Genera.
Oh, nice. Oh, hi, nice. Everyone here loves Jones.
Brandon is another one of the guys from the Salt City Sumo Club here in town. Big thank you to him for he's been helping with a lot of the new equipment that has been getting put together here.
I can't emphasize how respected your dad is. I'm sure you know this. I'm sure you know.
I think John's daughter?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah.
I'm Jake, podcaster.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
If he ever talks about it.
Okay. You guys, were you guys the proper, like, you had the, with the sake and something podcast that it did for
Oh, no, there's a couple of us out there.
Okay,
He's
okay.
been he's joined us for And the winner is Brandon. Next up, we have Rob McConkey on the west side versus Jared Genera on the east. On deck is Kyle Ferreter on the west and Jake Hill on the east. Yeah, the bag. Go for it. He's here. These guys are giving a little bit of grief. As mentioned before, Rob is here from Salt City, so is Jared.
Go, fellas. There we go, Vista.
And the winner is Rob.
Let's go, fellas.
Next up, we have Kyle Ferreter on the west side, Jake Hill on the east. On deck, Angel Delatorre versus Justin Kostelecki.
Jake is also a local Utah. So can I hear for Jake? And we have Kyle as well, who's from Colorado. Colorado is also an okay state. Their skiing's not as good as out here in Utah, but one cool thing about Kyle as he gets ready here, I'll tell after the match.
And Kyle's your winner.
Kyle's the winner. One thing about Kyle, though, he is actually the Scottish backhold wrestling world champion, as well as one of the top sumo wrestlers in America, too. So this man lives to compete.
Next up, we have Angel Della Torre on the west, Justin Kostelecki on the east. On deck is Gilberto Della Torre versus Ethan Swap.
Let's go, boys! Let's go, Angel. Come on, Justin!
Angel!
It was a good hit. I saw you coming out like there's no way I could. You're 45, you was also. It's true. It's very true. Maybe be a special no fear. He's on fire.
Winner's Angel.
Angel is one of the three Toy brothers who are competing today. He is the baby of the family, and he's a dominant wrestler in the ring.
Speaking of, we have Gilberto Della Torre on the west side, Ethan Swamp on the east. On deck is Cornelius Booker on the west versus Ian DeJesus on the east.
Go, boys. Sumo! Yeah! Come on, gentlemen. Good sumo. There you go, Ethan. Come on. Swim it up. Circle, circle, circle. Twist. Hey!
Nice.
Come on, Gilbert!
And Gilberto's your winner.
Good match, guys. Good match.
Okay, next up, we have Cornelius Booker on the west versus Ian DeJesus on the east. After that, we're going to take a quick moment to rotate judges again. And on deck will be Danny Acosta versus Nick West.
Go, man. Look good. Go, Booker.
And the winner's Cornelius. Okay, so that's the end of our second round of the round robin. So we're going to have our judges rotate and take just a quick break here. Next matches will be Danny Acosta on the west versus Nick West on the east, followed by Mike Bretz versus Brandon Kieber. Yeah. Okay, judges good to go? Then we have Danny Acosta on the west versus Nick West on the east. And again, we have Mike Bretz versus Brandon Kiever on deck.
Make sure we can find Colorado.
Hey, wrestlers.
Yeah, you gotta say, UNS is better than every division on its way up to simulation. Let's go, Nick. Go, Danny.
and your winner is Nick West. Next up, we have Mike Bretz versus Brandon Keever. After that, Logan Nelson has a bye in round 3. So the next match after that will be Sawyer Waller on the west side versus Stan Kokel on the east.
One fun fact about Mike is he's part of the Salt Lake Crusaders Armored Combat team. So outside of wrestling, he also does armored combat. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but it's where guys put on armor and they can get each other really hard. So,
Winner is Brandon.
where's Brandon? Pause for a second.
All right, yep, we need a minute. Sawyer versus Stan will be next. Ryan White and Javier De La Torre will be on deck. All right, so we're just going to take a minute while Mike recovers. Seems to be okay, but we are just going to take a minute. So again, apologies for our equipment issues. We are recording and uploading later. Yeah, we are having some equipment issues, so we were unable to stream live. My apologies for that. But appreciate you turning out anyways, and looks like Mike is back on his feet, so we're going to get back into it.
Mike's okay.
All right, so Brandon's your winner. That means that Sawyer Waller on the west versus Stan the Panda Kokel on the east. That okay? Yeah? Okay, that a little better? You gonna quit bugging me about it? On deck is Ryan White on the west versus Javier De La Torre on the east.
Now this is Sawyer's first ever competition in sumo. He's come from the great state of Wyoming, and he drove 6 hours just to be here because he was like, there's sumo close to Wyoming, I gotta be there. Just so you guys know as well, Panda is from Washington.
Yeah, but he flew.
He did drive 6 hours to flew in, but he's just as committed to competing today. And I want to remind you as well, if you have not voted yet, and if you find a wrestler you think, man, that person, they are fighting hard, I want to vote for them, come up front, write their name, and put it in that bucket there.
Go, Sawyer, keep going, Sawyer. Yeah, buddy, drive. Whoa. Get off the arches.
And Stan is your winner. Next up, Ryan White on the west side versus Javier De La Torre on the east. On deck, we have Matt Shields versus Danny Avila.
Go, Junior. Go, boys.
So we are in the third round of our round robin. As I mentioned earlier, we're just going until we run out of time. We're going to go maybe another half hour or so before we take our first major break. Do some demos, make sure everybody's getting water, getting food, and then we'll have another round robin session before our double elimination finals later this afternoon.
Go, bro. Get that shot yourself. Grab the belt, Junior. Ahí está, bro. Let's go, Ryan. Looking good, Ryan, bro.
Keep moving, please.
Cut him off, bro. Circle out, bro. Hey, go a little turn, go a little switch, Junior. Circle, Javi. Keep working. Ahí está, bro. Ahí está. There you go, bro. Ahí está, bro. Run! Come on! Estás bien, bro. There you go. Slap his elbow. Ya lo tienes slammed.
There you go, Ryan. Stay low, Ryan, and push it forward.
Good, bro. As long as you do good.
Go, Ryan.
Toss him.
There you go.
There you have it. Ryan is your winner. Next up is Matt Shields versus Danny Avila. On deck is Rob McConkey versus Brandon Nielsen.
There's a trophy right there. And then it's like what like I hope he wins.
All right, and the winner is Danny. Okay, next up, Rob McConkey on the west side versus Brandon Nielsen on the east. On deck, we have Kyle Ferreter versus Brandon Braithwaite.
Yeah, let's try and get him down. He's going to walk out. I think they've been playing conservatively.
Winner is Rob. Okay, next matchup. On the west side, we have Kyle Ferreter. On the east side, Brandon Braithwaite. On deck, we have, on the west side, Angel De La Torre. On the east side, Jared Genera.
Oh, nice.
Let's go, Brandon. There you go. Stay low. Come on. Stay low. Stay wide, Brandon.
And the winner is Kyle. Okay, next up, Angel on the west versus Jared on the east. On deck will be Gilberto on the west versus Jake on the east.
Mira ahí, míralo. Espérate, míralo bien. Mira esta. Ahí está Ángel.
Okay, scooch a little to your left, Ryan. You're good.
Pues nomás le escucha ahí a las palabras. Oh, en la tele. No sé, espérese. Ahí lo puedes ver. Ahorita lo puedes ver. Ok, pues mira ahorita te digo.
Hey,
ya.
Jake. Let's take a break when the
Is it a false start?
Keep going, Angel.
All right, are we gonna? Is the match over, or do we need to restart it? Okay, so Angels declared the winner, but the judges want to talk about it briefly. At the next break, what did you say? What's the ruling?
Okay.
All right, the ruling is that Angel is the winner.
We're good. next break once the small booth is up. So I can do it.
Okay, so next up we have Gilberto on the west side versus Jake on the east side. On deck is Cornelius Booker versus Justin Kostelecki. So we've got 3 matches until the next break. Do you want to just rotate as normal then?
Yep.
Okay, and then the next one we'll do a little bit more.
We're still letting them set up.
Yeah, I got you.
What it is?
And the winner is Gilberto. Next up, we have Cornelius on the west versus Justin on the east. On deck will be Ian DeJesus on the west side and Ethan Swap on the east. Those of you following the stream, we're going to take another judge break in just a moment, but then after the next round, we're going to take a bit more of an extended break.
There you go, turn it, Justin, get your goal down.
And the winner is Cornelius.
Cornelius Booker out of Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it from. Woo! Let's also hear from Justin. What a great match that was.
Next up, we have Ian on the west versus Ethan on the east. After that, we're going to take a quick break to rotate judges one more time. On deck, the next matchup will be Mike Bretz on the west versus Nick West on the east.
Let's go, Ian. Let's go, Ethan. Go, Salt City.
And the winner is Ethan. All right, so judges, go ahead and rotate. That is the end of round 3. We're beginning round 4. Our first matchup here is going to be Mike Bretz on the west side versus Nick West on the east. On deck, we have Logan Nelson versus Danny Acosta. And we're back. We're getting ready for round 4. We have another 20 minutes or so before we're going to end our first round-robin session, after which we'll take a break, do some demos, and come back for another round-robin session. How's it going, Ryan?
Hi.
You actually have a break this round. You have the bye.
It's good because I'm trying to take pictures for George, and the best vantage point is underneath your camera. So
That's why I put the camera there.
Yeah, well, no, I noticed that. And I was like,
Yeah.
why not take a picture?
No, I'm really bummed that, that
Okay,
we
guys.
couldn't get the
So we're
live stream to work,
gonna
but
do one more
we'll make
round
sure we
of the
get
round
this up
robin,
right away.
and then we're going to take a break, do another demonstration, kind of teach a little bit more just because more people coming in. We want to make sure everyone knows the rules. And but that means that this is the last round before a break. What I need you guys to do is, first, I need you guys to cheer a bit louder, okay? Okay. Perfect. The next thing I need you guys to do is, if you haven't, vote for your favorite wrestler. If you see someone who's kicking butt and you want to throw your vote their way, make sure you do that, okay? I'm here to cheer one more time.
Vote Ryan.
Okay, so we have Mike on the west versus Nick on the east. On deck is Logan Nelson versus Danny Acosta. If I could have you guys scoot down towards the end of the table, that'd be great. We just have our camera here in the middle. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm in the zone.
Whoa, fellas.
And the winner is Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Okay, Logan Nelson on the west versus Danny Acosta on the east. On deck, we have Sawyer Waller on the west versus Brandon Keever on the east.
All right, one cool thing about Danny here, Danny's coming out of the sunny state of California, Los Angeles, drove here just to compete. The man is a beast. So we should have a fun match here. And at the end of it, I need y'all to scream real loud, okay?
And the winner is Danny. Okay, next up, on the west side, Sawyer Waller. On the east side, Brandon Keever. After that, Ryan White has a bye for this round. And then we have Matt Shields on the west versus Stan the Panda Coco on the east. And the winner is Brandon. Okay, so next up, on the west side, we have Matt Shields. On the east side, Stan the Panda. On deck, Rob McConkey on the west side versus Javier De La Torre on the east.
There you go, Matt. Keep working. Good job, Matt. Good job, Matt. Keep working.
Get that ring awareness, Matt. Circle out, Matt.
Oh, on the toes.
Circle out.
Come on, Matt. Stay in there, Matt. Go, Matt.
Oh!
Wow. All right, Stan is the winner. But he had to earn it, that's for sure. Okay, next up, on the west side, Rob McConkey. On the east side, Javier De La Torre. On deck will be Kyle Ferreter versus Danny Avila.
Crazy.
It's so squirrely at the edges.
There you go, Javi. Say it.
And the winner is Rob. Next up, Kyle Ferreter versus Danny Avila. On deck will be Angel De La Torre versus Brandon Nielsen.
I tell you guys, this is one of the matches I'm most excited to see here. Two hard competitors, battle tested, going against each other. Kyle of Colorado, Danny of California. It's going to be a good one.
Just a false start.
All right.
I heard for nobody.
Go! Let's go!
And the winner is Kyle. Okay, up next is Angel versus Brandon Nielsen. On deck, we have Gilberto versus Brandon Braithwaite. And the winner is Angel. Next up, on the west side is Gilberto De La Torre. On the east side is Brandon Braithwaite. On deck, we have Cornelius versus Jared. Okay, so counting this one, we have 4 matches left until our break. Keep track. And Gilberto takes the win. Okay, we got 3 matches left until our break here. Next up is Cornelius versus Jared. On deck, we have Ian versus Jake. 3 more matches.
Is this one of those? Okay, guys, this is one of the last 3 matches before we take a quick break, do a demonstration, and let these wrestlers get a break, okay?
Yeah. Right.
Which means you guys need to get loud for these last 3 matches, okay? It's way too quiet over here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Go, Booker.
Right there, you got it.
Winner is Cornelius.
Let's hear it for Cornelius out of Florida Sumo. Let's also also here for Jarrett, who's the Salt Lake Sumo guy.
Okay, next up is Ian on the west side versus Jake on the east side. On deck will be our last match before the break. It will be Ethan on the west versus Justin on the east.
We have two Salt City Sumo guys going against each other here. I've seen these guys go against each other a bunch, and honestly, they both go hard. So, let's see who wins this one.
Alright, the winner's Ian. Next up on the west side, Ethan Swap. On the east side, Justin Kostalecki. Alright, then we'll take a break. I'll do some more maintenance on my rack and sheet here.
This is our last match, okay? We also have two Salt City Sumo guys going against each other as well.
Alright, the winner is Justin.
Justin is our winner. Hey, let's also hear for Ethan, who came up from Cedar City in order to compete today.
Okay, for those of you watching on our YouTube video, we're going to take a quick break. Back momentarily with our second round robin session. Okay, so welcome back. We are through 4 rounds of our round robin in our first session. And we've got almost 2 hours or so to fill with our second round robin session before our Taiko demonstration. We will go offline again for that. But we are starting up again. We'll probably get 4 or 5 more rounds of our round robin. And I'll do my best to timestamp this in the comments below. But we're getting started in just a moment. Brian got a bye. Okay. So, yeah, they color in gray if there's buys. So, yeah, Rob's got it this round.
Let's get down to business.
Angel, you got one next round. And Cordy.
There's 12 rounds.
It's just until we run out of time. So I'm thinking we'll probably get through. We did 4. We'll probably do 4 or 5 more. But we'll see. So need a round.
Do I have other eligibles at the time?
I would be surprised if we got past round 10 here, but we'll see.
So maybe.
All right, George, are we ready to go?
Okay.
Calling George Ferris. I see you. You're right over there, buddy. Yeah. All right, if we got the refs ready, I think we're ready to jump back into it. I need you out of the way. Attaboy, thank you. Oh man, I'm just going to see how far I can push it. So our next matchup, we have Logan Nelson on the west side, Nick West on the east. On deck is Sawyer versus Mike Retz. And real quick, because we haven't yet, can we get a hand for all of our referee volunteers today? Yeah, part of the reason this tournament is going so well is we have all these volunteers super eager to help us out. All these guys who are new to reffing and doing a great job so far, so thank you.
You've known that.
Your microphone's right over here. Yep. Mention your booth.
Oh, yeah. Let's go, fellas. There we go. Come on. Oh, nice.
And the winner is Nick. Next up, we got Sawyer Waller on the west side, Mike Bretz on the east side. On deck is Ryan White versus Danny Acosta.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear it. Yep, I got it. There we go, fellas. Come on. Circle out.
Mike Bretz is your winner. Next up, Ryan White on the west side, Danny Acosta on the east. On deck, we have Matt Shields on the west and Brandon Keever on the east.
Okay, guys, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about Ryan White here. Ryan White is actually out of Philly. He doesn't have love, but he's from New Jersey. He's also a Marine, a former Marine. He's also a firefighter and a chef. And he helps run the United States Football Federation. And he's one of the coolest guys I know. So let's hear it for Ryan.
And he said beer on him.
A lot of people are saying that. No, I'm just saying that. I'm hearing it all over the place. Hey, George. So 2:30 is when the Tiger Girls want to start setting up. Is that right? Okay, so I'll just end whatever round is closest to them. Each round is taking about 15 minutes.
Okay. When they get here, once they get here in the round after that, they said it's pretty quick and easy for them to set up.
Okay. But yeah, we're talking roughly 2:30. So
Yeah. What time is it now?
That's right. It's 12:50.
Okay.
Winner is Danny Acosta. Next up, on the west side is Matt Shields. On the east is Brandon Keever. After that, Rob McConkey will have a bye this round, so the next match after that will be Kyle Ferreter versus Stan the Panda Coco.
Jake, what's the total number? Jake, what's the total number of competitors?
23.
Okay. You think we should seed everyone?
I think it's up to, I think we should try and get a feel for how many people are going to be competing, or if anybody's going to drop out. And just do however many we have. Even a 24 match one would be like less than, or a 24 man would be less than an hour.
Okay.
So, yeah, we got a lot of flexibility
I
here.
like 23 because it gives the champions a bye.
Well, a 23 would give 7 people a bye.
Oh.
Yeah, because it basically be a 32 man. Right? Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, I think that if you're good with taking roughly an hour,
Yeah.
just have everybody who wants to enter it.
That'd be great. Actually, that'd be perfect.
Make it voluntary, but open to whoever. Winner is Brandon Keever. Okay, on the west side we have Kyle Ferreter. On the east side, Stan Coco. On deck we have Angel De La Torre versus Javier De La Torre.
No.
Like the first person I met.
Winner is Kyle. Next up on the west side, we have Angel De La Torre. On the east side, Javier De La Torre. On deck, we have Gilberto versus Danny Avila.
Which brother are you going for right now? I'm not going for both.
Go cheer, fire!
You got like 3 or 4 minutes.
Which bro are you talking to though? No choosing. I'll tell grandma.
That's like the nuclear option.
Oh, my grandma's favorite. Yeah, I know it's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Come on, boys. Pick 'em up. Pick 'em up. No picking up. Hold on, Abby. Hold on. There we go. Oh.
Oh.
Got it, bro. Lower himself, Abby.
And the winner is Angel. Next up on the west side is Gilberto De La Torre. On the east side, Danny Avila. On deck, we have Cornelius Booker versus Brandon Nielsen.
Go, Gil. That's right.
Oh, what a save.
Got it, Gil. Knock him out.
Yeah, that was quick.
Come on, Gilbert.
And the winner is Danny.
Hey, that just goes to show the big man doesn't always win.
Okay, next up on the west side, Cornelius Booker. On the east side is Brandon Nielsen. On deck, we have Ian DeJesus versus Brandon Braithwaite.
It's going to be a very interesting match. Brandon and Cornelius.
I've been pretty impressed. Brandon clearly has got some judo in it.
Yes. Cornelius is it's kind of like the unknown giant killer. So.
I don't know about unknown, but I agree with you.
He's unknown to the
Come on, Cold Red!
Yeah, look at her.
Take his neck! Hey, closer! Yo, mate, mate!
little Kyle's like backseat wrestler.
Backseat judge, yeah. Backseat QG.
Sorry, Luna, you're wet. Sorry.
No, you're good. The camera's up in front. Corny's got a double inside. Winner is Cornelius Booker.
The Giant Slayer strikes again.
Next match we have Ian on the west and Brandon Braithwaite on the east. On deck is Ethan versus Jared.
It's Ian.
All right, we got two Salt City Sumo guys here competing for you. Ian out of Provo. We're not Provo, right? Provo, Riverton. Riverton out of Riverton.
Let the man
Brandon
wrestle.
also out of Midvale.
Somewhere.
You're good.
Yeah, you're good. Let's go, Ian!
I know.
And the winner is Brandon. Next up, on the west side, we have Ethan Swap. On the east side is Jared Genera. On deck, on the west side is Justin Kostelacki. On the east is Jake Hill. Why don't you leave the glasses on the side there? Yeah, good idea. You wouldn't hit a guy with glasses, right? Maybe it was his secret defense.
Equal opportunity. Who's watching on YouTube world?
Was that? Oh no, we're not live anymore. My equipment broke down. Yeah. But I'll splice it together and upload it later. Hi there, yeah. And the winner is Ethan. Okay, next up on the west side is Justin. On the east side is Jake. After that, we're going to take a quick break to rotate judges. On deck would be Sawyer Waller on the west side, Nick West on the east side. Doing okay there, Justin? All right, and Justin is the winner. Next up, on the west side, Sawyer Waller. On the east side, Nick West. On deck, we have Brian White versus Logan Nelson. Oh, yeah. Judges, do you want to rotate real quick? That's the end of a round.
Okay, guys, while these judges rotate, I got Ian right here. Come in. Now, Ian, we're going to interview you real quick, just for a moment. Ian, what do you want to tell the crowd today?
Well, first of all, y'all are quiet, dude. You gotta get excited. You gotta be hyped.
Now, Ian, how long have you been doing sumo wrestling?
About a month.
He's a month into it, and he's out here competing. So, if you or any of your friends are like, hey, this might be fun to try out, please once. Find us online, Salt City Sumo Club, and we'll get you in. Now, Ian, tell us a little bit, what's been your experience so far?
Oh, it's so fun. It's fun until somebody falls on you, but like that doesn't happen most of the time. So
It doesn't happen most of the time, yeah.
and show your fighting spirit, and try something new that I don't think a lot of people can say that they've done.
You're right. So, all right, let's hear it for Ian. Let's get back to the action.
Okay, next up, Sawyer versus Nick. On deck on the west side is Ryan White. On the east side, Logan Nelson.
The west side.
Winner is Nick West. Okay, on the west side, Ryan White. On the east side, Logan Nelson. On deck, we have Matt Shields on the west versus Mike Bretz on the east.
All right, for the fun fact, we got Logan over here on the east side. He's from Wyoming. He also drove down and was like, hey, I heard sumo and I came running. So let's hear it for Logan.
Come on, brother. Get in there. Go.
And Ryan is your winner. Next up on the west is Matt Shields. On the east is Mike Bretz. On deck, we have Rob McConkey on the west and Danny Acosta on the east. Not bad, buddy. Woo!
Push, Mike. Oh! Oh! Wow.
Matt Shields lost that one, but Mike won. Hey,
All right, winner's Mike Bretz.
quick reminder, if you haven't voted yet, come vote for your favorite wrestler. The winner of that gets the sumo wrestling trophy there and $50. Also, I haven't announced this yet, I should have. We have a booth right here where you can get some merchandise, Salt City Sumo t-shirts. There's posters of some of the wrestlers there, including Matt. And if you bought, they're $5. If you bought Matt's poster, I 100% guarantee he will sign it for you. I didn't even ask him that. I'm just guaranteeing he'll sign it for you.
Okay, we got Rob McConkey on the west and Danny Acosta on the east right now. On deck is Kyle Ferreter versus Brandon Kieber.
Right try.
Push. There you go.
Winner is Rob McConkey. Okay, on the west side, Kyle Ferreter. On the east side, Brandon Kieber. After that, Angel Della Torre has a bye. So on deck will be Gilberto Della Torre versus Stan the
I haven't
Panda.
touched anything. I haven't touched anything. I saw it was George.
I'm also watching you.
I'm just saying, vote for me.
Oh, yeah. No, just the way that it worked out, Nick West is almost always on the east. So I misspeak it almost every time.
Alright, wait.
Oh, he's been on the west the entire time. Or on the east.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just said it wrong right there, just trying to say what was wrong.
That's all I had. Ooh.
Oh!
All right. Kyle has declared the winner, but the refs do want to talk about it, so wrestlers, please stay close. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see what they think. We'll have George come in to advise. I appreciate that George is kind of taking head ref duties whenever there's I think it's when they have like disagreements on what the rules are or what the ruling should be and stuff like that. They just kind of have been calling him in anything to advise. All right, and Kyle is the winner. Okay, next up, Gilberto versus Stan. On deck is Cornelius versus Javier. Cornelius on the west, Javier on the east.
Use your balance. Like, oh.
I've seen people stumble, but if you went all the way over, that would have been something. Walking back. And the winner is Gilberto. Okay, next up on the west side, Cornelius Booker. On the east side, Javier De La Torre. On deck will be Ian versus Danny Avila.
Hey, question. So, pushes to the face. Do you have to go to the chest first every time, or can you go straight for the face?
I think you're not supposed to go to the face, but it's the ref's discretion if it was egregious or intentional enough to make a decision.
And at that point, they'll look at how far back you raised your hand unless you win.
Okay.
It's one of those gray area things for sure.
Did we just become like scholars of sumo?
I think everyone just assumes that we are. So that's
Dale, bro, dale. Come on. Get inside. Bring awareness, bro. Circle out, bro. Circle out. Nice.
Winner is Cornelius. Okay, west side is Ian DeJesus. East side, Danny Avila. On deck, we have Ethan Swap versus Brandon Nielsen. Danny is your winner. Okay, next up on the west side, Ethan. On the east side is Brandon. Brandon Nielsen on the east side. On deck will be Justin Kostalecki on the west and Brandon Braithwaite on the east. Yeah, my bad. We got 3 Brandons, not just 2. Gotta do better at that. Yeah. Oh, look, we got 2 Dannys as well. I think those are only doubles this time.
I think we're in round 5 or 6.
6.
Round 6.
There we go, fellas. Come on.
Come on, here you go. There you go. Come on.
And Ethan's the winner. Next up, Justin Kostalecki on the west side, Brandon Braithwaite on the east. On deck will be the final match of round 6, Jake Hill on the west versus Jared Genera on the east. Do we have Justin and Brandon for our next match here?
Justin and Brandon?
Justin Kostalecki, Brandon Braithwaite. You're on that side. You're good.
I didn't even notice. What's the east and west?
Marked him on the plywood. Yeah.
All right, big dog.
Winner is Justin. All right, next up on the west side is Jake Hill. On the east side is Jared Genera. After that will be a break.
Oh yeah, after the match, to the second ball.
Yep, after this match, we'll rotate judges and just take a second to regroup. But the first match of round 7 will be Nick West versus Ryan White. So if you guys can be ready, that'd be great. Thank you.
You know my supervisor. You know I'm looking right at my name. Like, gotta go. Sorry, this
I'm going to have to give George a little bit of shit because, like, I don't know what I'm doing, man. Give me a break.
Don't worry.
Come on.
Oh, nice. There you go. All right, Jake Hill is your winner. Okay, so we are going to take 2 minutes here. Judges can rotate, take a bit of a regroup. But then first match of the next round, Nick West on the west side, Ryan White on the east side. On deck will be Sawyer Waller versus Matt Shields. As long as we got 2 seconds here, everybody please remember to reapply that sunscreen, get some water, and take a bathroom break if you need it. I got the matches up here if you need to know when your next one is coming up.
What do you think, Jerry? Like a 10-minute break?
No, like 2 minutes. I think he's just talking to them. I think there was a question on like face strikes, but I think other than that, we're just rotating and getting started.
All I know is you gotta win. I don't want no excuses, nothing. Where are you going against Nick West from Washington?
He's 5-0. Yeah, Seattle. Ryan, how are you doing? You're at 3-2. Not bad, not bad.
You better win this one. 3-3. You better not act up, Ryan. Better do some crazy moves. Dip arm on the throat. It's not illegal if you go like this. It's not.
Is it Danny?
Danny, I think
Jake, why are you telling me that's a gray area? That is a green area.
I am not the head judge. I don't know why I was even asking in the first place.
Who is that judge?
Yeah, right.
I was like this because I didn't hit. I literally swam inside and then pushed his face. Which
Is that what they were discussing?
they said that was the only place to face.
Okay, I got you. Okay, we good to go though?
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, we're gonna get started back up again here.
It was literally I swam inside and then just kind of pulled the shit.
So our first match of round 7, Nick West on the west side and Ryan White on the east side. On deck is going to be Sawyer Waller on the west and Matt Shields on the east.
Let's go, fellas. Is that food? I like to watch it.
I had a pony.
Grew up without cable, so we grew up on all that. Friends, office, all that. After hours. There we go, Ryan. Grab the belt, Ryan. Oh.
All right, Ryan declared the winner, but we got to talk about it real quick.
Yeah, fantastic. Mono E, rematch.
Just so you guys are ready for it, Sawyer Waller, you are next on the west side. Matt Shields, you're next on the east side. On deck after that will be Logan Nelson versus Rob McConkey. All right, win has been overturned, awarded to Nick West. Okay, so Sawyer versus Matt. On deck we have Logan versus Rob. Logan on the west, Rob on the east. No, the other Matt Shields. That was a pretty deep underhook he had on you.
Oh well.
Go, fellas.
Look, it's Cornelius. All right.
Drive!
Oh. All right, Matt Shields declared the winner. With the judges, are you guys going to discuss, or are you good to go? Okay, judges are going to talk about that one.
Logan and Rob.
Just so you guys are ready, next up on the west side is Logan Nelson. On the east side is Rob McConkey. On deck will be Mike Bretz versus Kyle Farrader.
Oh shit! I just don't realize I'm still wearing one. I was like, why does my foot feel so like?
If it was too close to call, we got to do a rematch. Okay. Okay, I got you. If it's a gray area, go for a rematch. Yeah, that's fine. All right, we're gonna do a Tori Naoshi rematch. Too close to call. So again, this is Sawyer versus Matt. On deck is Logan versus Rob.
Whoa, get in there, Matt. Get in there.
Oh. All right, winner is Matt. Okay, next matchup on the west side, Logan Nelson. On the east side, Rob McConkey. On deck, we have Mike Bretz on the west side and Kyle Farrader on the east.
Oh, you're fine. I don't mind it. Speed!
If I turn on my microphone back here, it's going to mess you up.
No, as long as you know that we got the microphone on here, so I get picked up on anything.
You're in now! There we go,
Circle, come on! Can you, I don't think you can do that.
Yeah,
You can't do that, can you?
he was fine. He could have walked out if he wanted to. Winner is Rob McConkey.
Hey, come on, let's hear it for Rob McConkey out of Townsville. Now, what a win!
Next up, Mike Bretz on the west side, Kyle Farrader on the east. On deck is Danny Acosta on the west versus Angel De La Torre on the east.
I didn't want to land on it.
So we got Kyle out of Colorado and Mike out of Salt Lake, Utah. Let's hear it from you guys. And after this match, if you haven't voted and you find that one of these wrestlers really cool, come up here and vote for them.
We're on the circle. There you go. Get on, brother. You got this, Kyle. Come on, Mike. Try it.
And the winner is Kyle. Looks like judges want to talk about that a little bit. Wrestlers stay close. We got a Mono-E here. Before the next match, judges want to talk about that? We good to go?
Let it go.
All right. Okay, so next matchup is Danny Acosta on the west side, Angel Della Torre on the east. On deck, Brandon Keever on the west versus Gilberto Della Torre on the east. Was it a question of like landing with his hands underneath him or something?
It was the behind the head grip. So
Yeah, I've never seen anybody worried about that before. I think we're okay on the way they've been doing it, aren't they?
Next time they have a meeting, I'll let them know, like, don't stress about the grip. Because here's the thing.
Can you guys scoot down towards the end of the table, please? We just have the camera right here. Thank you.
Because they're doing a good job. They're doing it how they're trained. And they're
Right,
trained
exactly.
on every single thing.
And that tiny exception, I think, is getting us tripped up a little.
Yeah.
Who's the one that's like a firefighter and chef?
That's Ryan White.
Who do you want?
That was pretty good. And the winner is Angel. Next up, we have Brandon Keever on the west side versus Gilberto Della Torre on the east. After that, Cornelius Booker has a bye this round. So the match after that will be Stan the Panda Coco on the west side versus Ian DeJesus on the east. Could you guys scoot down a little bit more, please? Thank you.
You should have known better. Like, I was like, no, you should have known better.
And Gilberto's the winner. Next up, we have Stan Coco on the west, Ian DeJesus on the east. On deck, Javier Della Torre on the west side versus Ethan Swap on the east side.
Where's Ian? There he is. Okay, good.
Yeah, we got 3 of them.
Because I was hoping I only have to go get 7. My name's Jake, he's Jake. You moving it? Yes, yes! Come on, Ian! Swim it! Come on, Ian! Forward. Come on, Ian! Oh!
All right, and the winner is Stan. Okay, next up, on the west side, Javier Della Torre, and on the east side, Ethan Swap. On deck will be Danny Avila on the west, Justin Kostelecki on the east. Hey, Ian, over here. When you're lining up, you can be on the line or behind it, but you can't be anywhere in front of it. A little bit. Just keep an eye on it. Not a big deal, but yeah. Get over here. If this was nationals, they'd probably get on your case about it. I'm just trying to give you a heads up. Okay.
Sorry, dude, I get my phone time. So big.
You get me.
There you go, Javi. Crush him.
And the winner is Javier, but judges, did you want to talk about it, or are we good? All right. So, Javier is the winner. Next matchup, we have Danny Avila on the west versus Justin Kostelecki on the east. On deck, we have Brandon Nielsen on the west and Jake Hill on the east.
Come on, Justin!
Cut myself like that. It's just like it's literally it's ingrained.
That is true.
Oh, nice hit.
All right, Danny is the winner. Okay, next up, Brandon Nielsen on the west versus Jake Hill on the east. On deck will be the final match of round 7, Brandon Braithwaite on the west versus Jared Genera on the east. After that, we'll take another one of those 2-minute breaks to rotate judges and regroup. And we got 2 more matches here.
Cheer it for him. Come on, guys, this ain't a library. Let's get out.
Ooh, for that leg pick.
Come on.
And the winner's Brandon. Okay, next up on the west side is Brandon Braithwaite. On the east side is Jared Genera. Again, this will be the last match of round 7, so we'll take a 2-minute break after that. But when we begin round 8, it will be Nick West versus Matt Shields. How's this TV thing working? Like people are getting some good use out of it.
My life is so much easier.
I feel like having people answer their own questions about when I'm up next is helping me out.
Salt City Sumo guys, okay? Brandon out of Midvale. Jared's out. Tree Martin.
Ginger hair. Sorry, I
wasn't sure who you were talking about at first, but then it was very obvious who you were talking about. Winner's Brandon. Okay, let's take 2 to rotate our judges. After that, it will be Nick West on the west versus Matt Shields on the east. Okay, we're getting back up and running in our 8th round of the round robin. Okay, 8th round here. Our first match on the west side is Nick West. On the east side is Matt Shields. On deck, we have Ryan White versus Rob McConkey.
Nice to meet you. I'm so excited you guys were able to come on this one. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So here's what I was thinking of doing. That was my idea.
What's going on?
Okay. Quick question. So with the taiko drums, I was thinking of having some drums on the doyo, moving this out the way, having some drums here.
This is a lot harder to move now that we got this sound system. That stuff isn't even ours.
Okay.
It would be pretty tough.
Should we have them?
Winner is Nick West.
Okay. So what we're gonna have them do?
Just a second. Okay, next up on the west side is Ryan White. On the east side, Rob McConkey. On deck will be Sawyer Waller versus Kyle Farrader.
So what we'll have them do is we'll move those chairs to the side, have them be on that side.
That, even though that's more things, I think that's going to be safer because we can. We don't have to be as precise with moving that kind of stuff.
Let's go, Ryan.
Where those chairs are, we're gonna just move those chairs on the side, and then.
Should we finish this round and then do it? Like 15 minutes?
We're not till 3, so.
Okay, we got some time.
Yeah. Figure it out. So.
Gotcha.
Okay. If we okay. If we lift the canopy up, move the chairs, as you guys on the doyo.
Oh, right away.
And because it's going to move more this way, so we're going to push the shade over this way as well. That work.
And the winner is Rob. Okay, next up on the west side we have Sawyer Waller. On the east side, Kyle Farrader. On deck will be Logan Nelson on the west versus Angel De La Torre on the east.
Could we do 5 here, 5 there? Like on each of the sides of the that not going to work. I'm not going to try to speed against okay. Okay.
And the winner is Kyle. Next up, we have Logan on the west versus Angel on the east. On deck, Mike Bretz on the west side, Gilberto De La Torre on the east.
Yes. Good at that.
And the winner is Angel. Next matchup, we have Mike on the west versus Gilberto on the east. On deck, Danny Acosta on the west, Cornelius Booker on the east.
Okay. Yeah.
Get it, bro. Get it.
Winner's Gilberto. Next up, on the west side, we have Danny Acosta. On the east side, Cornelius Booker. On deck will be Brandon Keever on the west versus Ian DeJesus on the east.
She likes it. She likes it.
Okay.
All right. What's the basic plan?
Go until 2:45.
Another hour. Got it. Okay.
And then they take about 10 minutes to set up. And then wait, no. Hold on, sorry.
They want to start at 3?
They won't start.
Okay. Why don't we call it at 2:30 or whatever round is closest?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Danny is the winner, but let's get some help for Cornelius over here real quick. Quick note here. Cornelius was okay, but we took a few minutes to take care of him before we got back up and running.
Push. There you go.
And the winner is
Dana is the winner.
next
Dana's out
up.
of Washington. Let's hear it from.
Next up on the west
Let's hear it from
side.
Justin. Fun fact about Justin: he's actually a local blacksmith and probably one of the more interesting human beings on the planet.
That's actually true.
All right, Javier versus Jake is
He's the
next.
TV show Forged in Fire, but he actually got second place in one episode.
On deck will be Danny Avila versus Jared Genera.
Go, Junior.
That shields.
I saw that freaking press coming in.
Get the frick out of here. Let's go, Junior. Let's go. Do a little throw, Junior. There we go.
All right, winner's Javier. Next up, we have Danny Avila on the west versus Jared Genera on the east. On deck will be Brandon Nielsen versus Brandon Braithwaite.
Different game.
Yeah, winner faces you. Winner gets to keep the name.
Who's Mike? Mike Fritz.
Mike is...
Mike Betts?
I don't know.
Oh, he's over there. He's sitting over
Bigger guy, grayish hair. Oh, yeah. With the gray beard over there.
Oh, I know Mike.
Justin Ginger hair.
What's that?
Justin Ginger hair.
Yeah.
Stay low. Stay low. Let him get under you. There you go.
I didn't put it in
Nice.
And the winner is Danny.
Danny winning that match. All right, well, the next wrestlers come up. I got the mayor here. I'm going to ask him a couple quick questions. Mayor, you having fun?
I'm having a great time.
All right, I think all the wrestlers in the back want to know one thing. Who'd you vote for favorite wrestler? Have you voted for anyone yet?
Referees after this match will rotate again.
Midvale.
Awesome. Brandon, you got a match coming up here. If you get a chance, go vote for your favorite wrestler.
All right, so this is Brandon Nielsen versus Brandon Braithwaite, after which we will rotate our referees. On deck is going to be Nick West versus Rob McConkey.
That's not going to work.
After the break.
It's Logan with the new guys.
Is he thinking about being done for now? And the winner is Brandon Nielsen. Okay, so let's take a minute to rotate the referees. That's the end of round 8. So our next matchup, just so you guys are ready, Nick West on the west versus Rob McConkey on the east.
You should have put Nick West on.
On deck will be Matt Shields versus Kyle Ferreter. Nick was on the east side for like the first half, and now he's just on the west side. It just keeps throwing me. It should be illegal to have east or west as your last name. I'll take it up with the Federation.
Good luck. Get in line with everything else. You got it with the Federation.
All right, guys, we good to go? All right, Nick versus Rob, followed by Matt versus Kyle.
Hey, we got 2 Titans coming in the ring now. Let's hear it from
Seattle, let's go!
Nick from Seattle, Washington, and Rob McConkey from Taylorsville, Utah.
George, both undefeated.
Hey, and both of these guys are undefeated on the day. If you can hear this match, you gotta come watch this. Two of the bigger guys going at it, undefeated. Let's go!
Let's go!
Okay.
Go, boys!
Oh.
Let's hear it for Rob McConkey. Hey, one cool thing about Rob is, if you want, Rob's got a poster over there. $5.
All right, next up is Matt versus Kyle.
And if you buy it, Rob will sign it for you.
On deck, Ryan White versus Angel De La Torre.
Go, boys! We got the warning. Full club. Full club. What I had the best.
Whoa! Ooh. And Kyle's the winner. Okay, next up we have Ryan White on the west side, Angel De La Torre on the east. On deck will be Sawyer Waller on the west side and Gilberto De La Torre on the east.
I've been trying to figure out who.
What's that? Yeah, until we run out of time, and then after that, we'll use the round robin to see the double elimination. So yeah, we'll be doing taiko drumming in like half an hour. Then we'll take like an hour break, and then we just do the seeded tournament. Up to you. Yeah, we kind of wanted a format where everybody would get plenty of matches, but we would still have like an elimination tournament. And the winner is Angel. Next up, we have Sawyer on the west versus Gilberto on the east. On deck is going to be Logan Nelson on the west side and Cornelius Booker on the east.
All right.
I was like, that was that one. That was a hard one. You had like, couldn't.
Let me build it like flat.
Can I help you? Yeah, right here, and then put it in the jar.
Circle. Circle. Nice.
And the winner is Gilberto. Okay, next matchup is Logan on the west, Cornelius on the east. On deck is Mike Bretz versus Ian DeJesus.
Yeah.
We're gonna go until we run out of time. We got another half hour at least. So we might even go to like 11. We'll see. Oh, is that what you were looking for? Yeah, I gotcha. Winner is Cornelius, but we're going to take a moment.
Ice back.
All right, Cornelius is the winner. Next up is Mike Bretz on the west side, Ian DeJesus on the east. On deck, we have Danny Acosta on the west, Ethan Swap on the east.
It sure does. It sure does count.
Sure does. Add it to the books.
We need someone who
Yeah, you're down here. What? Brandon Nielsen. That guy. All right, Mike is your winner. All right, way to go, guys. Next up, on the west side is Danny Acosta. On the east side is Ethan Swap. On deck, we have Brandon Kieber on the west, Justin Kostelecki on the east. Man, I've been so distracted with filming, I haven't really been talking much. Winner is Danny Acosta. Next up, on the west side is Brandon Kieber. East side is Justin Kostelecki. After that, Jake Hill gets a bye for round 9. So the next match after that will be Stan Kokel versus Jared Genera. Roughly 2:30. Another half hour or so. Let's see where we get.
Yeah, Justin!
And the winner is Justin. Okay, next up, we have Stan on the west and Jared on the east. On deck will be Javier De La Torre on the west, Brandon Braithwaite on the east.
Move your feet,
Sam. You got him, Sam. There you go.
Move forward. Move forward.
Russia.
All right, winner's stand. Okay, on the west side, Javier De La Torre. On the east, Brandon Braithwaite. On deck will be the final match of the round, Danny Avila versus Brandon Nielsen. After which, another 2-minute break to rotate referees before we get back into it. Man, we're really cooking this second batch of matches here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, how far do we have to go? Because looking at this, we might have to start not doing Jerry Tuesday.
That's a good point. Maybe we do.
Does it see how it's starting to creep up now? It's going to get.
Let's see how it goes after round 10, because that'll be about 15 to 20 minutes from now, and then we can just take another one.
It's going to.
It's only going to get worse. Yeah. So skipping Cherry Josie is a good idea.
Oh.
All right, so Brandon's declared the winner. Brandon, you good? Can we get you some help? Go take your bow for winning a match there. Next up, on the west side, Danny Avila. On the east side, Brandon Nielsen. After that, we will be taking another one of those 2-minute breaks. But the first match of round 10 will be Nick West versus Kyle Farragher.
Because you got baby face. I know.
What are you, 15?
Freaking Mexican.
He's just.
Yeah, so even now, like, I hate them, like, licking the
Look.
And the winner is Danny. Okay, let's take a sec for the referees to rotate. After that, we've got Nick West versus Kyle Farragher. On deck will be Rob McConkey versus Angel De La Torre.
Sorry.
Okay, as we get back into our round robin, we are, just as a reminder, we are going another round or two until maybe half past or quarter to 3 or so. But this next match here, we have Nick West on the west versus Kyle Farragher on the east. On deck is Rob McConkey on the west and Angel De La Torre on the east. Go ahead. And the winner is Kyle. Okay, next up, on the west side is Rob. On the east side is Angel. On deck, Matt Shields on the west versus Gilberto De La Torre on the east. He's got Ryan next. And the winner is Angel.
That's how those go.
Okay, next up, Matt on the west versus Gil on the east. On deck will be Ryan White on the west versus Cornelius Booker on the east.
Is Matt our lightest wrestler?
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe Logan.
Hey, it's too quiet here. Let's hear some noise. Come on now. We have the lightest wrestler here today going against the heaviest wrestler here today. If this isn't greater entertainment, I don't know what is.
No fear.
And you know what? There's no guarantee either of them wins. So whoever wins, let's go.
Let's go. Get in there, Matt. Get in there, Matt. Come on. Keep doing it here, Matt.
Come on, circle, let's go, Matt, let's go. Come on, Matt.
Oh, come on. You got it, Matt. You got it. You got it. Get in there. Let's go. Come on. Get in there, work, Matt. Come on. Get in there, Matt. Get in there.
And Gil is your winner.
Hey, let's hear it again for that fight. Come on now.
Next up, on the west side is Ryan, on the east side is Cornelius. On deck, we have Sawyer Waller on the west versus Ian DeJesus on the east.
Loser of this match has to run for USSF president. Hey, Cornelius and
I think we're
Ryan,
going to do round
these
one.
guys go back way far.
Is that what you're
They
getting at?
train together. They work hard together. They're great competitors. Let's hear it for them.
Maybe.
I was just saying if we're happy to be at that point.
I see what you mean.
And you know what? If you haven't voted yet, either of these guys, great options for favorite wrestler. Like I said, whoever wins favorite wrestler gets a trophy and $50 today. So they need your vote.
But either way, it makes me fun.
One of us.
And Cornelius is your winner.
Hey, let's hear it for how Cornelius, what a competitor.
Okay, next up on the west side is Sawyer Waller. On the east is Ian DeJesus. On deck, we have Logan Nelson versus Ethan Swap. Hey, George, is Logan done for the day?
Logan's got to.
Okay, just making sure.
Wyoming versus Utah, let's go!
Hey, I don't know if you guys heard that, but we got Ian from Utah versus Sawyer. Gosh, I was at Waller. Your last name's Waller, right?
Yeah.
Sawyer from Wyoming. Let's hear you guys cheer for him, okay? Clearly, the best state's gonna win this one. So.
Let's go, Ian!
Hey, Ethan. Your opponent is pulled out for the day. So you're gonna die.
You want to just want to walk in and out or no?
I don't think he's over there. So the winner is Ian DeJesus.
All right, guys. Between these matches, hey, we're gonna go ahead and give you guys a quick interview with Ryan. Ryan, what do you want to tell the crowd right now?
Look, I root for Philadelphia, and we all know that Philadelphia fans are loud. You guys are not loud. I need to hear you, all right? You got to be louder than that. Come on, let's go.
Let's go! Hey, are you guys having some fun today? Yeah!
Yep.
Here's the thing. Those guys over there are playing bingo, and they're saying you guys aren't making any noise. They're having more fun playing bingo than we are doing sumo. That's not true. So let's make some noise!
Hey. All right, so our next matchup here was going to be Logan Nelson versus Ethan Swap. Logan is withdrawing for the day due to that knee injury. But a big part of sumo is the honor and the respect for your opponent. He wants to make his way out and bow as he withdraws. So let's give it up for Logan. Made it all the way out here. Toughing it out. So now our next matchup is going to be Mike Bretz versus Justin Kostalecki. On deck is Danny Acosta versus Jake Hill.
I gotta watch that.
So, George, you think we're good to go to quarter two?
What time is it right now?
It is 2:20. So I'm thinking if we go through, finish around 10, we can fit in another 15-minute round.
So they have to get ready at 2:50. I was going to do demo before them. What time is it? 2:20?
We're either done in 6 matches or we're done in 18 minutes.
We've done 6 matches.
Okay. We're not doing the round. It's okay. You'll see each other in the finals. And the winner is Justin. So next up on the west side, we have Danny Acosta. On the east side, Jake Hill. On deck is Brandon Kieber versus Jared Genera. So George,
Danny, Jake, we'll finish up these 6 matches, do a demo, then drums. He came up to me and said,
what's up?
we're going to do
So, but we're for sure done after this round.
after this round, yeah.
Okay, just a quick announcement to the wrestlers. We will have only 5 or so more matches here. We're going to finish this round out, and that will be the end of our round robin section.
And it's going to be about an hour.
After which there will be about an hour break, which includes the taiko demonstration. Make sure you get some food and water in you, but we will be done with the round robin after the next 5 matches. Yeah, so we're just
Hey, I
short.
don't know if you guys heard that. We got 5
That's
more
awesome.
matches until we do a demonstration, and then we have the taiko drum presentation as well. So let's hear some noise for the next 5 matches. Okay?
All right, winner is Danny. Next up, we have Brandon Kieber versus Jared Genera. After which, Brandon Braithwaite, you have a bye. So we'll have Stan the Panda versus Brandon Nielsen.
Hey, does Cornelius have another match?
No, he's done for the round robin.
We're done.
So yeah, these are the last matches we're doing until the finals.
So all the finals going to work.
Double elimination, anybody who wants can get in the pool. It'll probably be like 15 or so guys. Because I know a handful are done for the day.
So the undefeated don't get a higher bracket or anything?
They'll get a higher, we're going to see this, yeah.
Yeah. So how many matches do the undefeated have to go in first and second?
Probably 4 or 5, I'm not sure. Winner is Brandon. Okay, last 2 matches here. We have Stan the Panda versus Brandon Nielsen. On deck will be the final match of the round robin section. Javier De La Torre on the west versus Danny Avila on the east. Hey George, just for hype, when we're done, we had 120 matches already today. Yeah, so just for hype in the crowd when we're done.
All these are online.
You got it! You got it! Push!
Push!
Let's go! Come on, let's go! Brandon, head in! Head in! Circle! Circle!
Circle! There you go.
Yeah!
Push! Push!
Pressing step! Let him go through!
All right, Brandon Nielsen's your winner. Okay, last match before our break here. Let's hear it for Javier De La Torre on the west and Danny Avila on the east.
Hey, we got 1 more match. This is the 120th match of the day. I need to make sure that they know we appreciate them putting their bodies online now. Let's make some noise. Hey, bro.
Make him think.
We'll start with this.
And your winner is Danny Avila. Okay, guys, we're going to take a break here, but I wanted to give a special shout out to two guys. Angel and Kyle are both undefeated through the round robin. Those will be our top two seeds going into the finals.
Hey, you know what that tells me is Angel and Kyle both going undefeated in round robin. If you haven't voted yet, those are two guys who I feel like have earned a good vote. So,
Hey, to be fair, I think I deserve it more because I drove 11 hours to California. You only flew like 45 minutes to Colorado.
Hey, if that's a factor, I drove 15 minutes to get here. Right?
All right, guys, we're going to take a break. We will be back after our time.
Vote for me!
I drove from 72nd in the state.
At this point, we are moving on to the tournament finals. We use the results of the 10 rounds of round robin to determine the seeding for a double elimination tournament. Due to a couple injury and travel-related withdrawals, this bracket included 18 competitors.
Okay. Our officials, ready going?
Okay, wrestlers for the first matches, please be ready. Our very first match on the west side is going to be Ian. On the east side will be Matt. On
You guys
deck,
know,
we
I am
have
George
Jake
Harris. I'm
and
your
Sawyer.
MC today. I'm going to be feeding you guys some facts, some tidbits about the wrestlers, and keep you guys pumped, because that's what we got to do, all right? So we got Matt versus Ian here. Both guys who I know pretty well. Matt is from Chicago. He's from Illinois. Chicago. And Ian is from Riverton, Utah.
Yeah!
Both these guys have put in a fantastic day, and they are both ready to compete. Okay.
We're skipping Chirichozu, remind them of that. Skipping Chirichozu.
We're gonna skip Chirichozu, pull the towel, start the match. Okay. So, in case you don't know, every one of you guys gets the opportunity to vote for your favorite wrestler. And the winner of that gets a trophy and $100.
Yeah!
So, if you think Matt or Ian is your favorite wrestler today, go up front, put in your votes, and we'll go from there, okay?
Let's go, Ian!
Not in the hole. We're going to give a bit more of a break.
Got to see it! Stay low!
That's the winner. Now, when a wrestler wins the match, they both step in, do a quick bow. The one lost that down, and the winner chops.
Next match.
Matt.
Next up is Jake on the west side, Sawyer on the east side. On deck, Danny Acosta versus Brandon Braithwaite.
Go back down.
What do you need?
Check this over. Okay.
So, Jake on the west side is part of the Salt City Sumo Club, so he's a local here as well. Woo! Sawyer on the east side is from Wyoming, came out, drove 6 hours, heard their sumo wrestling, and came running.
Yeah!
This is his first tournament ever, and he's been phenomenal.
Woo! Sawyer!
There you go. Keep him high.
There you go.
Stay low. Keep him high.
No, we're just going. All right, next matchup on the west side, we have Danny Acosta. On the east side, Brandon Braithwaite. On deck, we have Rob McConkey versus Javier De La Torre.
Danny's our winner. Danny's from California, coming out from Los Angeles, drove up here, and is a heck of a competitor. I have a microphone, and you guys can't hear me, so heck is the strongest word I'm using.
Next up, we have Rob McConkey on the west side versus Javier De La Torre on the east side. On deck is Gilberto De La Torre versus Ryan White.
Rob McConkey out of Taylorsville, Utah. Has been ranked as high as number 3 in the country for sumo wrestling. Javier, the eldest of the Del Torre brothers, is, and if you don't know about the Del Torre brothers in sumo wrestling, they are a force to be reckoned with.
They are.
Rob is our winner.
Okay, next matchup, we have Gilberto De La Torre versus Ryan White. On deck is going to be Kyle Ferreter versus Matt Shields.
Gilbert, also of the Del Torre brothers. Gilbert is the
from Justin.
And then Ryan White out of New Jersey. Ryan's a firefighter, a former Marine, a chef. He does it all.
Yeah!
These are 2 of the premier wrestlers in the country. Gilbert is our winner. Fun fact about Gilbert: he's competed at the international level multiple times, including recently in the World Games, and he's going to be competing later this year in Japan.
Next match, Kyle Ferreter on the west side, Matt Shields on the east. On deck, we have Nick West on the west after that we have Angel De La Torre on the west side versus Jake on the east.
We met Matt earlier out of Chicago, Illinois, and we got Kyle here out of Colorado, which has some of the second best skiing in the country.
Thanks, right. One man. Come on, Matt. Go. Come on, Matt.
Winner Kyle. Hey, let's do it for Matt. What a fight, right? Yeah! Hey, now, I don't know about you guys, but Kyle is literally one of the best athletes in the country. He is the world champion for Scottish backhold wrestling. He's also dominated sumo for a while and is just a beast in process. So he's just a dominant force.
Next up, we have Angel on the west versus Jake on the east. On deck, Danny Avila versus Ethan.
Hey, George, do me a favor. Let me announce the match. Okay. Then you talk about it.
Sorry.
You're good. That would help a little bit.
Is Angel?
Yeah. Yes, it is Angel versus Jake.
Jake is a local here, part of the Salt City Sumo Club, coming out of, I believe, you live in Gainesville. came down from Kaysville today to be. Yep. Angel coming, part of the Del Torre brothers, and coming down from California as well to compete.
Okay, next matchup we have Danny Avila on the west side versus Ethan on the east. On deck we have Nick versus Justin. We're almost through the first round, basically, and then we're going to move. We got about a total of 40, and we are about technically like 15 out of 40.
Slow down.
I would love to slow down, because it's taken me a minute to type these names.
We're slow down.
So, George. Yeah. So, let me announce the matches, and then we'll just take some time before we get started, I guess.
You got him. Stay low. Stay low, buddy.
Oh! Who won that?
That was close. Go ahead and announce it. And the winner is Danny. Woo! Next up, we have Nick versus Justin. Nick on the west, Justin on the east. On deck will be Cornelius versus Brandon Nielsen.
Hey, we're going to slow down pace a little bit just because we want to make sure that the wrestlers get enough of a break in between matches. But that last match, I want to tell you a little bit about the wrestlers there. Ethan came up from Cedar City
We're
today.
finishing this round, then we're going to do Loser Bracket here.
And then Danny is from Los Angeles. Danny's competed at the international level as well. He's one of the top in the country, and it's just a workhorse of a wrestler. So we're going to do a couple matches. I think everyone's gotten one in. If there's a wrestler that stands out for you, go ahead and come up here, walk behind the camera, and make sure you get your vote in, okay? I said okay, but I didn't hear any feedback, okay? Everyone's good to go. Everyone's good to go. Okay, let's go with the next match.
Here we go, Justin. Here we go.
Yeah, Justin! Come on, Justin! Let's go, Justin!
Nick's out of Washington, right?
Yep.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to tell you a little bit about that previous one. Let me start talking about the wrestlers before they go. So, Nick is out of Seattle, Washington. Okay, part of the Rain City Sumo Club, and who may or may not have been inspiration for the Salt City Sumo Club name. So, may or may not.
Just a sec. Let me announce next. Real quick, the next matchups, if you guys could get ready, we have Cornelius on the west versus Brandon N on the east. On deck will be Ian versus Jake.
Now, Justin, on the other hand, local guy here, has been doing sumo wrestling for 2 months now?
6 weeks.
6 weeks, okay?
Other
And,
side.
He's been really good. You should see him at practice. And he's a local pipe fitter, local blacksmith, and he's just as hard as nails.
I get it.
So,
Yeah, we're good to go. This will be the end of this round. Brandon Nielsen. So, Rain City.
okay, coming up here we got Cornelius out of Iron Wave Sumo from Florida. Okay, came all the way from Florida out here to compete. We got Brandon as well, part of the Rain City Sumo Club. And
I'll smile when I'm done
they
with
are both. Hey, they're both forces when
make
it
sure
comes to the sumo scene in America. Cornelius has competed at the international level.
Brandon competed at the international level.
Hey,
Brandon's
hey, but
pretty
he
good.
will soon. I can tell you that. After watching him today, this guy got fight in him. Both of these guys got fight in them. So it's going to be a great match.
It happens. Tomorrow a little bit more.
False start. False.
All right, so that was a false start. They're ready. They're pumped. We gotta wait for the hockey order from the ref. 28 with the win.
Okay, our next matchups, we have Ian versus Jake and Sawyer versus Matt. So Ian is going to be on the west side. There you go, Jake on the east side. So on deck, Sawyer on the west side versus Matt on the east side.
Both of these guys are Salt City guys, so you can't pick the local guy to cheer for. But you gotta pick one of them to cheer for, okay?
Hey George, elimination match.
This match right here is actually an elimination match. So the loser of this match is done with the tournament. So, hey, if you guys are ready now, you'll never beat.
Go! Come on! Drop the hips! Fight! Come on now. All right. Come on.
Drop your hips, go! Hey, let's hear it for both guys. That was a great match. Congratulations to Ian won that, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I was so enthralled in the match, I didn't even focus on who won.
Okay, next up, we have Sawyer versus Matt. On deck is Justin versus Ethan.
Sawyer out of Wyoming and Matt out of Chicago. Both phenomenal competitors. Is this an elimination match as well?
Yep.
This is also an elimination match. So the loser of this match is done with the tournament. Congratulations, Matt, our winner! Yeah! Okay, which now switch to the wrestlers. Is that how? It's not hot, right? Okay, we're gonna pause real quick.
Who's next on
We're
that
gonna
side?
get Chozu on the towel, okay?
All right, next matchup is Justin on the west, Ethan on the east. On deck is Ryan on the west versus Javier on the east.
So the cheer Chozu is the ritual that they do before the match, okay? And we actually got both Salt City guys here to show you how to do them. Start up, do on a towel, and then go into the ring.
Justin!
So, it's a quick bow.
You got this!
And then they squat. Wash your hands, purify yourself. They clap to signify that a sumo match is happening. Let the guys know. And they open their hands to show they have no weapons. Then they step in. Do a quick squat to make eye contact with each other. Then they stand up and get ready for the fight. Once all four limbs are down, the ref says Hakyo and they start.
Let's go! Yeah! Justin! Get low, Justin! Get low! You're good! Yeah, move it! Push! Yeah!
Hey, let's hear it for Justin. What a match. Let's hear it for Ethan as well.
Good job, Ethan!
Next matchup, we have Ryan on the west side, Javier on the east. On deck will be Ian on the west and Brandon Nielsen on the west. Or, excuse me, Brandon on the east.
After the Brandon match, I'm going to pause for a second. We're going to just talk.
Okay. No, not yet. So yeah, this match, why don't we do this match in two more? Because that would be the end of the round.
Yeah. This is an elimination match.
Yep.
Hey, this is also an elimination match, guys. We're going to do a couple elimination matches here. So, these competitors, if they want their day to keep going, they got to keep winning.
Go, bro. Dale, bro, dale. There we go, Junior. There we go, Junior. Come on, Junior. Right there, Junior.
All right, winner is Ryan. Oh, judges got to discuss that one? All right, wrestlers stay nearby. Judges are going to make their decision. Yeah, the next matchup is going to be Ian versus Brandon N. We're going to rematch that one? Okay, so a rematch, but Ian versus Brandon is next. Too close to call, we're going to redo it. Ryan versus Javier. And the winner is Javier. Okay, we have 2 more elimination matches before we take a brief break here. We have Ian on the west side versus Brandon N on the east. On deck is Brandon B on the west side versus Matt on the east.
As you guys know, it's another elimination match. Well, I don't know if you guys do know that because you're pretty quiet for an elimination match. Come on now. Go, Brandon. Brandon's our winner.
Next up, we have Brandon Braithwaite versus Matt Shields. After that, a quick break, but on deck will be Kyle Ferreter versus Danny Acosta.
That's why it's gonna be. That's why I want to. Hey George, obviously, are we gonna change? Yeah. Okay, fair.
Go Matt! Let's go Matt! We're Matt! Close to being done.
We're at the 28 out of 45, so we're maybe like a third of the way. Great, good job.
Dude, I was just telling your brother, I'm like, I went to the whole family today. Like, I'm tired now.
This section, everybody felt like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I know, right?
We'll probably take about an hour total.
I don't know, I was actually did better than I thought. 'Cause, like, all the way up till this morning, my legs are
All right, winner is Brandon. We are going to take just a couple seconds here. The next match will be Kyle versus Danny Acosta.
So first tournament?
On deck is Rob versus Gil, but I'm going to turn it over to George for a minute.
Okay, guys, so we're going to pause this for a second. I'm going to give a quick interview with Kyle. Kyle's right here. Hi, everyone. So, just so you guys get to know Kyle a little bit, Kyle, tell us a little bit about yourself.
My name's Kyle. I'm from Colorado. I was born competing over 30 different styles of martial arts.
Kyle's match is actually next.
I did want to come out here and tell a quick story, though. My first ever sumo tournament was actually in Salt City. And my first ever match is this guy right here. He knocked me out. We went head to head, and it was the hardest hit I've ever had in my life. And I took a big step back.
What the name of the guy is that has the spoiler things?
That is Matt Shields.
I don't think you know this. That was my first ever walk.
Yeah, you can just run in there.
So, I didn't pay him to tell that story, even though. But, now, what would it mean to be the first ever Harbor State Sumo champion for you?
No, I think it would be just amazing. Obviously, my first time was out in Salt Lake City, so I feel like I've got to bring it back, especially when it comes to a fun tournament like this. Great time, great people, and Rob, George's got a dope program going on, so.
Aren't you winning?
Thank you. All right. So, y'all ready for another match? All right, let's get going.
Okay, so next up, On the west side, Kyle Ferreter. On the east side, Danny Acosta. On deck, we have Rob McConkey on the west versus Gilberto Della Torre on the east.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's go, come on, let's go! Watch the legs, Danny. Watch the legs, don't spread too much.
All right, and the winner is Kyle.
What a match, what a match.
Okay, next up, we have Rob on the west side and Gil on the east side. On deck is Danny Avila on the west versus Nick West on the east.
Let me know when we hit match.
Dude, my phone is insane. It sent that link that JJ sent to everybody. My phone just sent it to like half the people in my fucking whatever.
Kyle over here trying to take me out.
No, you're the who's over here. I am going to take you out.
Hey, this is going to be one heck of a match. Let's make some noise. Come on. Hey, I know you guys came here to see some big guys hit, right? Let's go.
That's like Kyle.
Focus, right? Focus. Good job. You got that. You look a little tired.
Come on, Rob. You guys don't want to stay there. Let's go. Hey, get low, get low, get low.
Push, push. There you go.
Gilbert's our winner.
I enjoyed it so far. Right? This happened all
Okay,
over.
next matchup, we have Danny Avila on the west side and Nick West on the east side. On deck, Cornelius on the west side versus Angel on the east.
Danny versus Nick.
Danny versus Nick.
Now, Danny's been trained at the Yamamoto's Sumo Dojo. Yamamoto is actually a professional sumo wrestler out of Japan who came to America and started one of the premier dojos out here. Danny's one of their top wrestlers, and the guy hits hard. I can attest to that.
Yeah, my phone is acting up every time.
That's probably why you keep talking about it.
Yeah, no, that's why the phones keep happening. So yeah, I guess I just need to never do that. And the winner is Danny. Okay, next up, on the west side we have Cornelius. On the east side is Angel.
Hey, go to touch y'all, man.
You.
Danny. Oh, I was going to say, I got a cool picture again.
I'm in a blur right now.
I kind of think.
Show me later.
I'm going to show you one later. The downside when they get out, the nose is still on.
You gotta take out your mouth guard if you know what you're talking about.
That's why I keep it in.
Come on.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
did.
All right, Cornelius is the winner. Okay, so now we are moving back into some elimination matches. The next one that we have here, we have Rob on the west side versus Brandon N on the east. On deck will be Danny Acosta on the west versus Justin on the east. You'll be over there.
Who's on this side?
Sorry, so yeah, Rob on the west versus Brandon N on the east.
This is an elimination, right?
This is an elimination matchup.
Okay, guys, we got Brandon and Rob here in an elimination match. So, losing this match today is done. Okay.
Right? It's done. They might not go home.
But they can't stay here.
But they can't stay here.
What match is this?
33. And that's where we at.
Okay. I need. After this match, I'm gonna say 2 more matches in 30 slots.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
Freight train can't stop. Keep turning. Keep turning.
Come on!
What a match! Hey, if you're not having fun right now, I don't know what's wrong with you, okay? That was a great match.
You want to make that announcement real quick?
Hey, really quick, just so you guys know, if you haven't voted yet, you got 2 matches left.
And only 4 cards.
We got another thing of cards. 2 matches left to vote, and then voting's closed for the favorite wrestler of the day, okay?
Vote for me!
Okay, our next matchup on the west side, we have Danny Acosta. On the east side, we have Justin. On deck is going to be Angel on the west versus Javier on the east.
You're an American if you don't vote for me.
Wow, gonna call us all out like that, are you?
Right here.
I think that just the judges are doing that.
Yeah. I think we're voting for fan favorite, whoever wrestles.
All right, winner is Danny. Need you guys to
Well, you can
scooch
vote
down
for
towards
me,
the end of the
you know.
table, please. You got a camera right here? Please scooch down that way.
Don't go beyond the McDonald's.
Okay, so next up is Angel versus Javier. On deck, we have Nick West on the west side versus Brandon Braithwaite on the east side.
Hey, we got brother versus brother here. We got oldest brother versus youngest.
Got the oldest.
Circle!
Hey, leg kick, bro. There you go. Next week comes on day.
Is that Javier and Angel?
Yeah.
This is an elimination match.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
There you go, bro.
Beat your baby brother!
Beat your big baby brother.
Angel wins! Hey, all you younger brothers that got picked on by your older brother, you just gotta watch your revenge there for you.
All right, next up, we have Nick on the west side, Brandon B on the east side.
And voting is close.
On deck is Brandon N on the west side versus Danny Acosta on the east. And voting for your favorite wrestler is closed. We will get that counted and get the results out as soon as we can.
Okay.
Ryan, you two work on counting those votes. And then I've got people that earlier, so the drawers getting good too.
Oh, can I have those first? Because people kind of saw you doing that. They kind of thinking they could kind of do it in 2020 right now.
And the winner is Nick. Okay, next up is Brandon Nielsen on the west, Danny Acosta on the east. On deck, we have Angel on the west and Nick on the east. Angel. I don't know if you're up there on that side.
Who am I going to get?
Nick. Winner is Danny Acosta, but the referees want to talk about that. So wrestlers, please stay close, but go ahead and step off the mat if you like.
That's virtual. And Sawyer.
You're good. Nick, you're up next over here. Okay. Winner is Brandon Nielsen. Okay, next up, on the west side is Angel, on the east side is Nick. On deck, we have Kyle versus Gil.
It's the elimination match.
Correct.
Hey, we got another elimination match here, guys. Make sure you're cheering hard for these guys. These guys from across the country to put on a good show for you.
Backyard dojo, come on! Come on, hit him! Get him! Come forward!
And the winner is Angel. Okay, up next we have Kyle on the west versus Gil on the east. On deck we have Danny Avila on the west side versus Cornelius on the east.
The winner of this match makes it to the finals, guys. I am lying. That's not quite right. One more round. One more round.
Got it, Gil.
We're close. There's only 4 left at the top. Yep.
Cornelius. Kyle, drop the push, Kyle. Come on.
Got it, Gil. Walk him out.
Hey! Patient. There we go, he's right there. Do it, go on.
Push.
Yeah! Go, boys! Go, Hucky, eye! Go, Hucky, eye! There we go, right there, dude. Go, boys, keep going. There we go, dude, you got it. Go,
Walk him out, Gil.
there we go.
Let's hear it for Gil. All right, our next matchup on the west side, Danny Avila. On the east side is Cornelius.
Got it, Danny.
On deck, we're going to have Kyle on the west and Brandon N on the east. We're getting towards the end, so we're going to take a little bit more time in between matches. A little bit of extra time because these guys are going to have to go back to back. That little extra time to let them get their breath back will just slow down the pace a little bit.
From Grand Sumo.
Sorry, it doesn't count, Jake.
It doesn't count, but you got it. Javier. Right?
Come on, Danny! Come on, Danny!
Vote for just
Cornelius! Come on, Danny! Come on, Danny!
And the winner is Danny. All right, so we are going to take another 60 seconds or so that we can give these wrestlers a breather. But the next matchup will be on the west side, Kyle. On the east side, Brandon Nielsen. On deck is going to be Cornelius on the west side and Angel on the east. No, this is elimination.
Okay, guys. Hey, I'm close to this match. Okay, we got Brandon here, who has put on match after match after match so far, and Kyle, also one of my favorite wrestlers. I'm excited to see who wins this. Are you guys excited as well? Yeah! Woo! I'm gonna talk a little bit longer because they need a break. Okay, so. Kyle, on the other hand, he should be used to this because he's from Colorado, and I don't think they have the air there as well. We don't have air in Utah. I don't know if you guys know that or not. We don't have oxygen out here. But Brandon is coming from Seattle, where they have a ton of water and a ton of air, apparently. So I just want to make sure he can take it down.
Kyle!
We live in the desert. It's dry, no rain for years.
Oh, nice.
Go, Kyle!
See? I knew you were messing with it. I knew he was.
And the winner is Kyle. We're getting closer.
That's why he put
All right, our next matchup is going to be Cornelius versus Angel. Cornelius on the west, Angel on the east. After which we are going to need a quick break because the winner of that is going to move on to face Kyle. So, again, because we got some back-to-backs, we're going to take a little bit for everybody to catch their breath. But Cornelius, when you're ready, you're on the west side. Angel, you're on the east.
Hey, who here has enjoyed watching Angel wrestle today? Hey! This guy is one of the coolest guys ever as well. So, I keep saying how great the sumo wrestlers are because the sumo wrestling community in America is one of the best communities there is. Yeah! So, we all got to know each other well, and you see a lot of martial arts where they'll try and figure out, hey, what is my opponent going to do? How am I going to beat them? Sumo is like, after they beat you, you pull them to the side and you're like, oh man, this is what I did to you, this is how you counter that. It's a really great community. So, on the other side, we've got Cornelius. Cornelius is one of the most intense competitors I've ever seen. I would hate to be opposite of him in the dojo. I have before, and he is tough. This guy does not have an ounce of grit in him, and like I honestly, I told him he probably should have talked earlier, and he was like, "I'm not. I can't.
I bet you it's Kyle.
Yeah. So I need you guys to get loud for both Angel and Cornelius. Okay, let's go. I'm ready for a heck of a match. Let's go!
I don't think there's anyone else like that.
Sorry, guys.
I thought we were going to win it. You know,
we have a winner.
Same energy.
Wait, yeah, let's have this. That's the end of this match, I think. Was that?
Winner of this one?
Yeah.
Calm down, Cornelius.
That's all right. Both these guys kick my ass.
Gil versus Danny. That's the top bracket final.
Push!
Let's hear it for Angel!
Angel, keep that on.
Yeah, just let him go. I got it.
Are we going to present it or not?
No, I'm just going to announce the winner. We'll present it all at the end.
It's whenever you're ready, so take your time.
Alright, so whenever Angel's ready, he's going to go again against who's he got?
Kyle.
Against Kyle. Okay. Winner of this gets.
We still have a handful of matches to go. Let's see. So after this match will be the final of the upper bracket, which is Gil versus Danny Avila. And the winner of Gil versus Danny moves on to the finals. The loser of Gil versus Danny will face the winner of Kyle versus Angel.
Hey, but you know what? I'm going to give him a little bit of break because
Yeah.
I've got some election results here, guys. Who's excited to hear about the most popular wrestler today? And you know what? These results are pretty interesting. So I'm going to go from third place up to our winner, okay?
Alright.
Because what type of host would I be if I didn't build anticipation? Third place was a tie.
Yeah, what's that? Okay.
It was a tie between Ryan White.
You really do kind of like me.
Danny.
Give me a costume.
Oscar or Avila?
Avila.
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 Hey!
Okay. Really quick, Ryan, you're done. I'm going to ask you. Ryan, how's it feel to come so close to winning?
Well, I am from Philadelphia, so I'm used to it.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Being from Philadelphia, do you have any plans of trying to, riot, burn down the place or anything?
No, I'm not going to riot because I didn't win. So I guess that's good for the city of Midvale. So, yeah.
We also have our unified police right over there. Let's cheer for unified police. And we can't cheer for unified police without cheering for unified fire as well.
Yeah! Oh!
Hey, fun fact, you guys missed this earlier, but Danny here, he's a firefighter too.
Me, Ryan?
Ryan here is a firefighter, sorry. Alright, so that was third place. Second place, also a tie. You know what? No, my math's wrong. Sorry. You didn't get third. You tied for fourth. So fourth place was them. Look, the numbers are.
I liked it better when you said third. At least I had a little
I had to get close side, so numbers isn't my strong suit.
Angel's ready. We can go. We can go ahead.
Actually, Andrew, you ready? Kyle, you ready?
We're going to
We're
announce
build more anticipation and have a match.
All right, Kyle Farrader on the west, Angel on the east. On deck, once more, we have Gil on the west versus Danny Vila on the east. There is Angel. Okay, well, Gil and Danny are getting ready. You want to take over again, George?
Yeah, sorry about that. I literally waste all of my time. So that's what. So third place is actually by one vote. Third place is Justin. Hey, come here, Justin. Justin, how's it feel to come closer than Ryan to winning?
I'm from Holiday. It's better than Philadelphia. My crochet.
You do realize I'm cooking for you tomorrow, right?
If you live in a Holiday in Philadelphia, I'd pick Holiday every day.
Wow. I would pick Holiday too.
Okay, second place as well is Javier. Javier, come here real quick. Javier, how's it feel to come all the way to Utah and win these people's heart so much better than Justin and Ryan?
Just
Want to say it
merciless.
feels amazing. I drove 13 and a half hours to be here. I appreciate it. I love it. Utah. I just hung out with my brothers. You know, it's a Catholic sport. And then I like to
Do you hear when we got kicked out of that all-you-can-eat buffet?
No, I wasn't. But we did go back yesterday.
You guys went back? I thought they were on our no-eat list. So we, really quick, just pause. I'm trying to give you breaks. We got kicked out of an all-you-can-eat buffet. Ombu on State Street picked us out. Apparently, all-you-can-eat. We tested it, and it's not accurate. But, alright. It's time for us to announce the winner.
But we can do it after the match.
Oh, actually, let's do one more match, and then we'll announce the winner, okay?
All right. On the west side, we have Gilberto Della Torre. On the east side, Danny Avila. The winner of this match will go on to the gold medal match.
Gotta kill! Danny!
Dude.
After this one, the loser has to face Angel right away. So we can...
You versus Angel, and then the winner faces the winner of that. Oh, no.
Right. Yeah. So we
We're down
only
to
have
4
like
competitors, right? Three. Right. Yes. You're going to need you to do.
Walk him out, that's good!
Right before the finals, I need you to say.
the winner and moving on to the gold medal match, Danny Avila.
I need you to like say, hey, I'm representing the USSF. I want to say thank you, Midvale. Thank you to you.
All right, we're going to take another breather here because the next matchup is going to be Gil on the west versus Angel on the east. So take a minute to recoup, and George is going to announce our finalists here.
Okay, guys, I'm back again. It's been fun. I don't know, I'm having a blast. You guys having a blast? Yeah! Okay, so we're gonna announce we're gonna announce the fan favorite champion, and then we'll do a quick interview with them, okay? Yeah. And so, just so you guys know, okay, fourth place was a tie at 5. Second place, or third place was was 7
Should he
votes.
help with that math? I don't think he's
Second
used
place
to
was
do
8.
math.
And the finalists had 26 votes. And the winner of the fan vote is Rob McConkey! And I'm sure all the wrestlers on the side here shocked that Rob McConkey out of Taylor, Utah,
I didn't notice it either.
won fan vote in this contest in Midvale, Utah. Yeah.
That's right!
Raise it up! Hey, Rob, come here real quick. Do you have anything you want to say to your adoring fans?
Love you, Rob!
Thank you for listening to my sister as she told you to vote for me. No, it's great. I've seen a lot of people coming out. I hope you guys really enjoy sumo. The more I've gotten into it, the funner it's become. The more people that come out, it gets real exciting. So I hope you guys are having a great time. And, you know, if you want, there's lots of great info on sumo on YouTube, our club, online. So feel free to reach out to any of us or just come up and start talking to any of us. We're all pretty friendly people, so those big teddy bears.
Thank you, Rob. Rob, president of the Salt City Sumo Club as well. And you know what? If you guys want, there's a poster over there for Midvale's Harvest Days commemorated. There's one with Rob's face on it. So if you want to go buy it, and I guarantee you he will sign it for you, okay? It's $5 as well.
And it goes off the clock.
All right, we're down to the wire here. This is, we have Gilberto on the west side, Angel on the east side. The winner of this match will go on to face Danny for the gold medal. The loser of this match will be eliminated, but they will be the bronze medalists for the day. And then just a heads up, there's a winner will go on to face Danny.
Yeah.
But because it's double elimination, I didn't mention that.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Okay. And then Ryan, I need you to take the mic and start thanking people. Okay? Danny
Get him!
Oh! Oh, that's super close. That was super close.
I think Gil won. All right, the ref declares Gil the winner, but I think the judges need to talk about that one a little bit. All right, Gil and Angel stay close, but after this, we'll declare the winner, who moves on to face Danny after a breather, and the loser will be our bronze medalist.
Both winners. Woo!
All right, too close to call. Let's see that one again.
Hey, let's see that again. Let's go!
That might get a photo.
Not too much. It's okay. I'll drive home, boys. Don't worry. Go home with all three boys.
Come on, boys. Find whoever wins the shot. Come on. Same thing.
Another one.
Come on. You guys. There you go. Come on.
Ooh.
Get it! Get it! Come on, Travis. Get in there. Get in there.
Get the baby. Get the
Come
baby.
on. Don't lose the grip.
Got it.
Fine! How'd you like? Come on. How'd you like? Come on. Come on, boys. Come on, Travis.
And the winner is Gil. Let's hear it for our bronze medalist, Angel De La Torre. All right, so Gil, catch your breath, because our gold medal match will be between Danny Avila and Gilberto De La Torre. This is a double elimination tournament, and because Danny has not lost yet and Gil took one loss, that means Gil will have to beat Danny 2 times. Danny will only have to win 1 to claim the gold. So yeah, we're gonna take 2 or 3 minutes here for Gil to recoup. Then we'll come back for the match for the gold.
All right, everyone, we have potentially could have the last match. So we need you to get loud, all right? If you guys get loud, these guys will fight harder. That means someone will wait. So the harder you cheer, the harder they'll fight. Maybe the faster we get out of here. It's hot. All right, Danny, Gil, you guys ready? Let's sumo!
All right, just a reminder, this is our gold medal match. Gil will have to win 2 matches in order to claim gold. Danny just has to win 1.
No, that's the I also have one. Presentation. Check out the $100.
Yeah, just be ready in case if Danny wins, then we're good right now.
Sure. Stream that mic.
Microphone.
I think go.
Oh!
Let's go!
Let's go! Come on, Danny! Come on, Danny! Come on, Danny! Push, Danny! Push, Danny! Danny, push! Push, Danny! Let's go! We get one more match!
All right, winner is Gil.
We get one more match! We're going to crown a champion in this very next match, okay? We're going to let Danny and Gil take a break, but it will be, as soon as they're ready to go, they're going to come and compete and win, okay?
I think the refs and stuff.
Hey, Rex, no.
Miracle.
Talk about Danny's touchdown? Oh, he lands good. His and Angel's too. Angel's quick as hell.
That's what I said.
Hey, do we have a?
Are you guys ready for the final match? Let's go! Hey, there's nothing left. This is it. The winner is our champion. And I need everyone in this vicinity, in this park, to make some noise when we get our champion, okay? Come on!
Come on, Gil. All right, Danny. You got it, bro.
Come on!
Come on, Gil.
It's Sumo!
Go, Danny.
Let's go, Danny!
Come on, Gil.
Come on, Gil! Come on, Gil!
Drive, Danny, drive!
Come on, Gil!
Drive! Fix this one.
Award ceremony to present the trophies to everyone. So let's get this. Let's wrap this up.
We got time
have some fun, okay?
Yeah. Start with best match.
So let's start with the best match. I talked to the judges, and the winner of best match, who both get $50, is Angel and Javier. Yeah! Come here. Thank you guys for coming in today. Thank you guys.
Good shit.
Yeah, that was a good guy.
All right, and then next, Rob McConkey, come up here. Let me give you your $100.
Angel, Danny, Gil.
Raise it up!
Angel.
Go Rob. Okay, now we need to give our third place medal to Angel. Our second place medal, Danny.
Danny, go get your medal. You're next, Gil. Nice move. You should know when I have OCD.
And our champion, go!
Yes.
They took it out and I'm like, I'm keeping that.
Hey, they asked who my favorite wrestler of the day was. I told them.
Yeah.
Just because you're not wrestling.
That wasn't the question.
I've also been in this situation with you before, and I know how to express myself. So, I felt like you deserve that.
It is very appreciated.
Hey, let's do it one more time!
Let's say thank you to the refs and the volunteers and stuff.
All right, finally, let's say one more thank you to all the refs who have been here all day and in the hot sun and run every single match. Thank you guys.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and again, our apologies for the live stream issues. I hope you enjoyed the day as much as we did, and we hope to see you out here in Midvale for the next one. Big thanks go out to Salt City Sumo Club for organizing the event, the volunteers who helped make the day happen, and the city of Midvale for hosting and helping sponsor the tournament.